niggas is getting hurt. Some star players is getting hurt. We ain't got no weight room. What's happening? So that happens. They change. We have to get a new coach. Our senior year changes the whole offense. He want to run some type of power football, wishbone shit. I'm like, bro, that's not even who we are. We've been running a wing team. It's like, no, it's gonna be similar. I'm like, bro, no, it's not. I don't even want you as my coach.
Change that offense like that.
Bro, he completely changed the whole. I'm like, bro, we have to have different. Like, our linemen have to be a different type, different style. At this point, I went from playing receiver. I played every position at least once during the season because we had so many people getting hurt and we didn't have enough guys my senior year. I'm like, bro, I was
so quick to being a defensive player, bro. Because I had an interception record in middle school.
Yeah.
So I was really a cornerback.
Nah, you got too big for that shit.
And then it was like tight end, linebacker. Yeah. And then they moved me to safety because Illinois wanted to see me as safety.
Nah.
But I was a receiver. I was snapping it.
If you could have gained some weight, you probably would have still been in the league type shit. If you'd have been able to gain that weight.
I've been in that baseball game for like 10 years if I was a tight end.
Yeah. Nah, facts.
If I was a tight end, I could have been in the league for about 15 years.
Bro, the only reason why I was even watching you because Javier was my dude at one point in time. Like, we was real tight.
Javier was cold, but he had to do 2 ACL tests. That's tough.
Rehab probably wasn't the way it needed to be.
It's tough, and medical wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Now they didn't see so many ACL tears, they know how to deal with it. Back then,
we had an ACL tear, it was over.
Yeah.
Type shit.
It was a wrap.
Niggas used to cut the matting off.
This nigga come back from some crazy.
Bro, this nigga, well, you've met him before. This nigga was so big at one point in time. He damn near like he walk in a room and he's moving niggas out the way accidentally.
No, Javier, I was the smallest out of all my brothers.
That's crazy.
They couldn't throw the hands. Now wrestling, they could probably body my ass.
Yeah.
Like throwing the hands type shit, it was a wrap. But
now that's how Monty can wrestle his ass off.
But when it came down to baseball, basketball, and football.
But like my baby brother, he was basically bred to be a football player. I had to learn my shit.
Man, some people grow all their life.
And that's what he was, bro. My dad.
I played since 2nd grade.
That nigga, yeah, he played since he was in kindergarten. He always played up too.
Yeah,
whereas
I played up second.
For me, I started at 8, and I didn't play in middle school because they felt like my middle school felt like they had enough players on their team that could play skill. So then it was like shit.
See, the best athletes play everything.
Yeah, they didn't want to play.
Damn.
Be careful. That's how you lose your life on them motherfuckers.
Shaq, y'all seen that? It was flying.
They going 100 on a motorcycle and they don't even got no gear on.
Yo.
Everybody I've ever played with, they've always said, bro, if you could just get faster.
Man, you just gotta run track.
They
did run track.
But you know,
I wasn't.
But the thing is, in our era, bro, we wasn't going to trainers.
No, we wasn't.
Niggas moms and dads wasn't
paying for trainers. You had to do that shit on your own.
And there wasn't niggas training like that.
You had to really get your work in when you could.
You had to do it on your own.
Yep. And on top, like I said, we didn't have no weights.
Now you got niggas that's fully bred athletes. Like they mom and dad's been training them, paying for their training the whole time.
It was probably 5 niggas on my high school football team that graduated my year. 6. If we would have just had a weight room, if we would have just had weight training, bro, we'd at least been pretty decent in college. I ain't gonna say we would have been all Americans. But you know,
radio like that.
That was a weight room
program.
I'm like, bro, what are they playing
right now? I got the radio, my MP3 not connected.
The radio not tight no more though?
I just don't have a cord.
That's also why you see niggas in college, they be so cold, and then they get to the league, and they not doing nothing. Because the whole thing changed. Like Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow is so cold now because they pretty much have the same system, and they've continued that through college. They've continued their relationship. You be throwing people out there like Patrick Mahomes. He can play the way he plays because it's literally a Texas Tech type of like Texas Tech has a type of offense. That is like the West Coast offense. Then he have Lincoln Riley as his coach, bro.
Yeah, then you go on YouTube, see that chat.
chat.
Yeah. I want to know if they chatting or if it's just quiet. Because the app I'm using, sometimes YouTube chat doesn't go to apps.
Oh, that's cool. I got you. But that's what it is, bro. It's like niggas would be so like you'll see niggas have to really work through stuff.
Hey, bro, let's talk about Bizzy, bro. He's gonna be 31.
Oh, they don't know my age, bro. This chat.
Oh,
that nigga's 31, man. I'm telling the whole
What's
chat.
the word? How you feel?
Chat. Nobody in the chat. Nobody in the chat.
It said 2 in there. So
How you feel
I'm
about
saying
life?
nobody's
How you
chat.
feel about everything in the world?
I feel like when you a young one, when you young, you feel like the world is over at 30. And you really just getting started for real. Like you just figured out how to be an adult. You just starting to figure out what you probably should do with money.
It's like when you really get the chance to control your narrative.
Yeah. Because the whole time when you were under 20, I feel like you still trying to figure out your life. If you went to school, if you didn't go to school, like you really just trying to get a grip of everything. What was he saying? Yeah, you got a sense of Fletcher to Ohio Street. And we
Nah,
straight.
you good. Keep going.
But like, yeah, like that's how I feel about man getting older. Is like, once you finally hit the ripe age. I do feel that's why people are probably more critical of everyone that's over the age of 30 as a creator.
But you notice they never talk about 30, bro. Like if you seen in movies, music, or just advice, don't nobody talk about how I feel to be 30. Because they just it's literally grind mode. Like, but it's literally, so much changes that they probably just like,
It's like
they don't even talk about
I feel like 30 is not too old, but it's definitely too old for a lot of things. That's the
Bro,
thing.
30's never been too old for anything.
No, I think it's too old for you to like still like it's just too old to be playing them games. If that makes sense. You
It's
know
too
what I mean?
old to not have made changes.
Like by the time you're 30, like I can excuse a 20-year-old, someone in their 20s, for not really knowing their flaws and not knowing what they got to improve on. That's a good thing. What they got to improve on. By the time you're 30, if you don't know what you need to improve on, that is the time to like. You should already have some introspective. That's introspective time. If you haven't had it before then, by the time you're 30, it's time to be introspective on what you need to do to lock in. You know what I
I
mean?
disagree. Because
You don't think
sometimes,
so?
well, because each generation has like a
Sometimes
late.
that's too early.
Yeah, you have late bloomers, bro, in every generation, right? Like, so at each level, there's always late bloomers. That's just life, bro. That's just how it goes. So somebody like that, but
I'm
also
speaking generally though.
But I will say, I will say this: some people get stuck at a certain age and they never figure out how to break that cycle too. So like, we went to college, right? So people who've been to college, who have adapted to being in college, there's an expectation there, right? Because we've had to adjust each year. We've had to grow. We've had to, like, the seasons always change and we change with the seasons.
Yeah.
Whereas somebody who may not have experienced that, it may take them a little longer because they've never really had to go through that, where like each season they have to change. I see niggas that's like 45.
I feel like that's the biggest difference between niggas you hanging with.
Yeah.
You'll see people that have different maturity levels.
Yeah.
And it's based off what you went through or what you overcame or the different challenges you face that change.
Like, take our shit for
How
example.
your mindset is.
Both y'all younger than me, been married. I don't know how long you've been married, but longer than 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So, and y'all have kids. Right?
And they outside already, Chad. Look at them.
And you working through, you know what I mean? Y'all dealt with things, all of that. Trying to get yourself hit. So,
That's what folks
like what
are.
you've had, like what you guys have had to experience is a little bit different than what I've had to experience. Whereas like each day, like yeah, we're newer, we're different, whatever. Y'all have had to be able to adapt quicker because y'all have people that are that you're responsible for. Whereas I don't have to experience it in that way. But I still have to work through my shit. I mean, we also have to work through our shit. But it's like you have to, like, the way that you adapt is different. You're responding to your family and the world. I'm literally just responding to the world, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But in my sense though, but you have been through that process of self-reflection though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you trying to say it's not at 30 though?
I feel like parenthood definitely
Parenthood
It
excels.
grows you up.
Definitely speeds it up.
It grows you up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. For me, I didn't have that. Thank you, because that's what I was trying to say.
That is one thing too. I will
But that's
say.
I
different
feel
for
like
me.
Parenthood definitely expedites the process of making changes and being able and having to sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times it requires sacrificing yourself and who you are for the betterment of the family.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Like, you just gotta, something, I like my own life. I do not need to do that.
I'm trying to make sure this app. Oh, you should wait. Did you go live already?
I'm on TikTok.
Oh, sure. I was gonna say type in the chat on my YouTube, see if it works.
I still can do that.
Just type something in there. Because if it don't work, then I'm not gonna stream on Prism.
Term provider. Speak with
All right.
Big Lou.
Tell me what it did.
800-444-2013.
You type something?
I said chat.
Find a term life
No.
policy for you, even if you have.
Bro, what is it with? Oh yeah, it's in there. It's in there. All right, it works. All right, so Prism might be the move that if I want to multi-stream and I'm on the way out. Prism might be the move.
Oh, you can't do it like.
No, it works. It works. I was saying, but most apps it doesn't work.
2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor.
Dang, Jason, make sure you stay. Bro, there actually are a lot more homeless people in Indy than I thought.
Fit you into a term life policy that you can afford.
I saw that too, but I thought I was.
Lou's like you. He's on
Bro, there's a lot more homeless people in Indy than I remember coming downtown.
Or biglou.com.
But I don't be downtown though.
And that's the thing. You don't be downtown.
So you say it's always been like this for real?
Yeah.
Free iHeartRadio app, one of over 100 commercial-free stations.
Slicker than your average.
Ray, Biggie,
It ain't nothing like Philadelphia though.
legends, no skips.
Philadelphia, bro. California got a whole city of homeless.
Yeah, they had they literally have a city.
LA got their own city of homeless people. Their own neighborhood. Here's the thing, I ain't even trying to be mean or rude, bro. But here's the truth, bro. When me and Mickey went to LA and we got off at Skid Row, where's the homeless place, bro, you literally can smell it, bro.
But duh.
Like, I'd never experienced something like that in my life where you'd be like, bro, like, it actually smells crazy out here. It smells musty, bro. Like, that shit is on a different level of sad. You feel me?
No, for sure. I mean, it just is what it is because people go out there thinking it's sweet and then they just get stuck.
But also, I've been thinking, like, but when you go into warm weather, it's easier to be homeless in warm weather.
You gotta think about. Let's go back to the Indiana, where the KKK was.
Yeah.
So initially, black people been disadvantaged in this city
As much as they could.
as much as they could. So you know, what I mean, it's still a red state. We're not far off from racism, and it's still a tough market to grow in as a African American individual or color, let alone anything outside of Caucasian white American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the reality of Indiana. They can market it how they want. They can put as many black people on the Pacers fan club as they want.
Yeah.
But the reality is Indiana is still Indiana, an agricultural ran state, and an uphill battle for different demographics.
And that's true. How far is the victory
We're like 2 minutes, bro. Because it's right around here, but the parking is what's gonna be interesting.
Didn't I start the live a while ago? I thought I started. Yo, the Caitlin Clark.
With the shoes.
No, her shit down here on the Marriott.
They built something. They made a picture or something.
Yeah, you
There's a
see it?
mural up there.
She got a whole thing on the side of the Marriott.
That's crazy. Isn't that Halliburton up there?
Oh, she owned the city now. This Caitlin Clark city now.
Change the game.
People have been followed.
Bro, this Caitlin Clark city now, bro. What?
Just go straight. Because there might be some parking up there.
Bro, that's actually crazy. Bro, like, that's actually crazy, bro.
I haven't seen a game. I gotta go see a game.
They said, happy birthday, twin. Appreciate you, Ty. Appreciate you, Ty.
Yo, it's my dog birthday.
Look at this, yo. Look at this Caitlin Clark shit, bro.
Say happy birthday. Shout it out in the chat, man. Just toss happy birthday in the chat. We ain't doing nothing tonight, man. We gotta go downtown to this Indianapolis Indians
Bro,
game.
that shit big as hell.
Yeah, bro.
That's bigger than the Reggie Miller mural, bro. Like in context,
I don't even know what
that shit is huge.
That shit live, though.
So, crazy. But see, that's the thing about Indy. It could be so much going on, bro. They just not ready for it. That's all. Cause the Colts, man, y'all got 3 young superstars, really. That could be young superstars, I should say.
Honestly, bro, that would have been Anthony Richardson if he locked in.
Fresh lettuce and tomatoes.
Easily could have been him, bro.
It still could
One
be
year.
him. It still could be him, bro. They still gonna give him
Man,
time.
man, when it started taking 1 year, they lost.
Or both.
So you gotta turn
Fresh just for you.
Right.
Just the way
Right?
you like it.
To go
There's
to
parking right
market.
here, yeah.
Crispy, spicy crispy.
Yeah, turn right here for the parking.
You're sure to enjoy your first bite and every
And then
bite
you gotta
after
go
that. So
around.
are you ready to try our tasty take on a
Showdown.
classic? We've got
Since
a
when did they
table
start
waiting
doing
with your
that?
name on it.
Why would they not let you park here for a game day?
That's interesting.
Do I can go in there and get the
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender.
It is
And we're
what
ready
it
to help
is.
you
Appreciate the happy birthday wishes.
Indianapolis. That's why we have over 3,700 local
Right,
business
yeah.
specialists across the
Oh shoot.
Because with the right team,
Dang.
your business and community
You whipped that
prosper.
mag
What
quick.
would you like the power to do?
You behind us still, bro. Jason kept up, bro.
Local business. Bank of America.
Good.
Official bank
I think it's some parking over there.
2025. Bank of America.
All right, chat. So we about to park. I'm about to go post to the game. I got all the game stuff, all the tickets on my phone. We're gonna go live a little bit later. Y'all want us to go live at the baseball game or wait halfway through? I want to try to do the 999 challenge, bro. The 999. I can't. I don't know if I'm gonna survive though.
999, bro.
The leading tax resident.
Yeah, 9 innings, 9 hot dogs, 9 beers.
Nah, bro. You
hell. 9 glizzies or
I'm gonna throw up off of 9 hot dogs. 9 hot dogs is actually insane. Hold on, let me empty out my Glock bag.
the Glock bag.
Yeah. Damn. Cause I feel like you can't bring it in the game.
So it's a different world. You can be streaming right now. That's crazy.
Streaming 100, like you know what I
Out the
mean.
loot right now, but that's crazy.
You gotta take the bag out. I'm gonna take the glasses. I'm gonna take the wallet, and I'm gonna take the inhaler. I might take the mic. I'm gonna take the mic. Well, if we hit the streets.
Bro, I didn't know you knew Javier like that, bro.
Yeah, bro. We was kicking it. He won the.
So you thought he was the best athlete? You didn't know I was cooking his ass at home.
It always is athlete number 2.
Nah, Javier, he really inspired me to play football and basketball for real. I was really planning on doing baseball, which I should have fucking did anyway. But
I'm putting this right down here.
definitely inspired me to do those sports.
All right, chat. Listen, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. We're going to come back after we get everybody locked in. I got to call the homies out. You feel me? Make sure to see where the homies at, tickets, everything. So, all right, y'all. Just come back, nigga. Come back. Come back when I go live. All right?